Stop what you're doing. You have to stay until the very end to witness every startling detail. You won't believe what happened on live TV that had viewers frantically turning away. It all happened during a regular morning show when the news anchor abruptly sagged forward in the middle of a sentence, her face going pale on camera. Her co-anchor's shocked shriek flooded the airwaves as she went from reporting the day's headlines to unconsciousness. At home, viewers pressed the mute button and looked away in disbelief, not knowing whether to contact for assistance or continue watching. The studio lights remained harsh and unblinking as the camera shifted to a wide picture, capturing producers running in and a medic emerging from off-screen. What began as an ordinary news piece became a sight that will live in our memories forever. The anchor, who is renowned for her upbeat style and poised demeanor, had smoothly navigated the traffic report and weather update earlier that morning. She chuckled about the possibility of afternoon showers, grinned at her co-anchor's joke about speed limits in school zones, and then moved on to a report about a charity fundraiser in the area. Her tone was pleasant and confident, her stance erect. Her eyes flitted, her speech trailed off, and she clutched the desk as though to stabilize herself as she started reading the next headline. Viewers could see her knuckles whitening. Then, with a thud that probably seemed louder on TV than it did in the studio, her head slumped forward onto the desk in a horrifying moment. After a moment of inaction, the co-anchor called out her name and started to reach across the desk. Behind the scenes, producers hurriedly raised their arms to tell camera to pan away. Over the studio intercom, the director's voice crackled, "Cut to wide shot! Cut to wide shot!" But for a few excruciating seconds, millions of homes were riveted on that close-up. In a panic, some viewers texted friends. Desperate to find out what was going on, others snatched up their phones and went online to look for information. Comments such as, "Oh my God, I can't watch," and "Is she okay?" flooded social media accounts. Everyone was on edge as the network abruptly went to a commercial break. Although the studio team had received emergency training behind the scenes, nothing could completely prepare them for the real-time horror of witnessing a colleague collapse on live television. After running in, a medic checked her pulse and carefully flipped the anchor onto her back. With a worried expression on his face, the co-anchor motioned for the control room to display a weather graphic so the medic could work. With their eyes fixed on monitors, staff members in the control room held their breath, watching for any movement. Unaware of the drama taking on above it, the news ticker at the bottom kept scrolling, updating the temperature and time. The anchor's eyelids flickered open after what seemed like a lifetime, but was actually only approximately 30 seconds. She tried to raise her head, blinked, and glanced around bewildered. She took a sip of water, murmured something inaudible, and the medic helped her sit up. She wiped her brow, clearly shaken, when the co-anchor offered her a tissue. The director gave the signal to go back to the desk when he noticed she was conscious. "We're going to take a short break to make sure our colleague is all right," the co-anchor remarked, her voice shaking. "We will return immediately." Everyone had a chance to gather themselves before the network abruptly cut to a taped story about cooking tricks. Make sure to subscribe right away if you enjoyed this story as much as I did, and would like to see more behind-the-scenes stories of live TV drama and the human moments we all experience. You only need to click to get your next fix of real-life drama.